Great. So this is part four of the business user, and it's the last video around the business user. And here, what I'm going to do is I'll take you through all of the other tiny features that are around the business user, except for, so we've gone through now from how to register, how to make a purchase, how to run an SMS campaign, how to run a USSD campaign. Now I'll take you through other features which are more or less what you call intuitive to most users, and I'll run you through them. So the first one is the forgot password, right? How does it work? And the process is fairly similar. So I'm just going to copy this email address because I'm going to need it. I go to forgot password and it says, okay, give us your email. And then I provide the email address. The system is going to process it and then respond to me and say, okay, an email has been sent with instruction to change your password. Okay, great. So now I'm going to go to my email address. I am going to update it just to more or less refresh, sorry. And you would see the BITRI password reset request. And here is the link. Here's the recovery link. I'll select the recovery link and I'm provided with the new password. What new password do I need to have here? And so I'll come here and I'll put in the new password and I'll confirm the new password, and then automatically it sends me through the login page. So that means that my details were updated. And so I'll come here because my browser still remembers the old one. I put in the new password and I log in. And you'll see, and Google asked me to update the new password. Fairly simple, very straightforward. And another feature that you have not seen, perhaps because SMS credit and USSD session are expected to be purchased on a regular basis when they run out, we make it fairly simple to just click on buy credit. And here you can go back to the process, say SMS quantity. Let's say I want 500 more. I'll calculate the cost and I'll confirm it. And once I confirm it, it will take me through the previous one. Very simple. The other one is the features that you have next to the user. So it tells you this is Bob Clark, the role of a business user. I can view my profile. I can change the password. I can log out. So to view my profile, right? So if I click on view my profile, immediately I see all of the informations that are directly linked to me. So I see what my default masking number is. So if you want to know what your default masking number is, you can click on the user profile and you would know what that is. And you would also see the API keys, right? So this is your API key. You know how many SMSs you have available. You know how many USSD sessions you have available. And if you want to edit your profile, something interesting, my phone number isn't there for some reason. So we left this just for the sake of demonstration. We'll go, what's the user phone number? Let's say it's 781 396 3211. Right, been using this phone for demo. I'll confirm it, and it says your profile has been updated. And if you go back, look at the profile, now I have the phone number that is available. Other things that you're able to do, for instance, when you look at the user, is would you like to change your password? Right, so we made it fairly simple, fairly easy, and here it is. Same process. You provide your current password, your new password, and you confirm the new password. And so the current password is in there. I'm just going to, for the sake of demonstration, we go, that's the password. Now I want a new password, and voila, I confirm. And then it tells you the password was changed successfully, and the cancel button basically is rendered useless now. You can't do match the information here. You can't move them. So that's it. Fair. Now I can also go log out. So I press log out. I'm log out. I'm logged out. I update the information. Then let's see if my browser recorded it. Fantastic. Now I'm in with the new details. So these speaks to all of the features that you actually see in the header of the platform. And then you can go to the next, which is account management. So under account management, we have three main features. One is the credit purchase, the second is the credit summary, and the third is the company document. So credit purchase, it simply allows you to see all of the purchases that you've made, the credit purchase. So you see your SMSs and USSD purchase, you have your reference numbers. If you click on the reference number, you get to see the details of that purchase, right? And then you have your credit summary, which is the same as when you view your normal credit summary. This is the number of available SMS, number of available USSD. Um, and then if you wonder, oh, how do I then see the purchases that I've made for USSD string and SMS masking? You just go under the service and you would see on the SMS masking, you can go to masking request and this will show you the details and the past transaction. And you can do the same for USSD service. You select string. Under account management, again, we have company documents, right? So what are company documents? At some point, depending on what you are asking for, the system administrator might ask you to load one or two more additional documents to process your request for one reason or another. And the process is fairly simple. You go on to create, you name your document, let's call it testing, and you select what document type is it. Is it company registration, proof of address, proof of banking, VAT registration, tax, or other, right? Just name other. And then you select the document that you want to upload. Once you've done that, you confirm your document is saved. And you have the document title. It basically takes the title of the document immediately from the document. And then if you want to view your document, you click there and you'll be able to view your document. You can edit your document, and while editing your document, if you click on this, you'll be able to view the document that was previously uploaded. Right. So if you want to change, you're unsure, you'll be able to do that. So I'll cancel that. And you can delete the document if it's not the right document and proceed afterwards with that. So these are the three main features that you have on account management: credit purchase, credit summary, and document upload. And lastly, we have the API documentations. So when you are on the platform, you might want to essentially use the SMS services in a third-party application. So you have another application, you would like it to use our service. The question is, where do you actually see all of the API? And we've made it quite simple. We have two main ones. One is a ping, right? And the process to access these APIs or to test them is fairly simple. So pay attention to the fact that your API key is right here. You can generate a new API key by clicking on generate a new API key. It asks you, do you want to confirm that? You say yes, and your API key is updated immediately. And the page is also updated. Now, what would happen here is to test these API, the process is fairly simple. So the first thing is you copy your API, you select authorize, you add the API key because that's your authentication. And then once you have it sorted, you close it and we can then start testing. So we go for ping. When you try it out, it basically just allow you to execute. Go and call the ping API. It's a get API, so what you're getting is a response. When you execute, you can see it tells you the response body says Jasmine Pong. When the code is 200 and the response body is Jasmine Pong, it means ping pong, meaning that you have checked the connection and the connection is working. And this is, if you're using a third party, you constantly want to make sure that your application is working, that everything is fine. And that's why we have what we have here. And the second one that you have is the send message, right? And so here again, the process is fairly simple to send a message. You have essentially, you will click on try it out, and what you have is the message. So the message, obviously, it's a string. It tells you what the value is. You can say hi test, right? And then you have contact. So you can put in one contact number. So 278139632111. Keep in mind that you always need to have the you always need to have the you always need to have the country code. It's mandatory. And you can have another one, which is 278139566789, right? So saying this is just a test for our system. So fair. And then the sender. So this is an important one. If you have a sender number allocated to you, so in this instance, we have Audi, right? So we have Audi. But if you do not have the sender number, what you do is you remove it. You don't need it. And what it will do is it will send a message with the sender that you have selected. So you can send it with Audi, or if you don't have one, you essentially remove it. And then you can click on execute. And when you execute, you'll see the API will give you a few responses. Here it says status 400, one or more validation error occurred. The JSON contained a trailing comma. See, you have the right messages here to say, no, there's a trailing comma here that we don't need. And that means the comma is because we're expecting another field to follow, right? So there is a comma here because we have another field. But since we've deleted the previous one, we don't need that comma anymore. So when we go back, we test it and we execute, and you would see it says success, and here is the message. So this is the ID that's being traced back all the way into the queue. If we were to be very critical behind the scenes as developers trying to check it down the line, for the main system, of course, not a third party. And this is what we know is going around. But what's important is you look at the code here, and it's 200, and it has gone through. And so as a developer, you will know how to play around with this. You will easily understand the codes that are there, and you can manipulate things fairly easily. Um, and that wraps up this series. There are a few things, right? So if you click on the logo, you go back to the home page. If you need more space on your screen, you can manipulate that as well, fairly easy. And I think just to recapitulate on these additional features, so you have your ability to buy credit quite quickly by simply selecting or clicking on buy credit on your header. You're able to see what credit you have on your header. If you have any notification, you'll be able to see them here. You don't have any new notifications. Um, you are able to see your role as a user, but you're able to view your profile. You're able to change your password. You're able to log out. You're able to edit some key information in your profile. And you are also able to do a little bit of account management, meaning that you're able to view the credit that you've purchased before. You're able to view the credit summary. You're able to manage your company documents, and you're able to access and test the API endpoint on the platform, and it's very easy. So with this video, we have concluded all of our work in the training session for the business user. Obviously, all of these videos will be available to you at a later stage. But for now, thank you.